Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no. If this is a dream, I certainly hope that I never wake up from it. I say this because over 20,000 plus views have been seen on this YouTube 3,000 subscribers have come in, and over 7,000 views per month on this channel? You have got to be kidding me. This is one of these holy shit moments. If there ever was a night to hunt a bunch of zombies and kill a zombie horde, it is now. And I have nothing prepared for that, because tonight is the premiere of Zombies 4: Dawn of the Vampires, and I would imagine every little girl who clicked on this thumbnail is really excited about it. Hi, if you're new here, I really love you guys, man. You're unbelievable. This is the best niche that anyone could ever have wanted to fall into who does a YouTube video or has his own channel. Unbelievable. You guys deserve an award for all the dedication and just this powerful, powerful belief that anything is possible coming from each and every one of you. I say this because I've had my heart broken more times than I could ever want to talk about, and each and every one of you have gradually put my heart back together, the broken pieces of it. Thank you so much for that. When I had nobody, I had each and every one of you. Because we shared the same passion for both Descendants and Zombies, and I love you dearly. I was involved in a lot of relationships that I couldn't make sense of this, because a lot of people couldn't make sense of why I fell into this niche. I fell into this niche because of how incredibly supportive it was. And it made a whole lot of sense to me why everybody would be captivated by Descendants and Zombies. Meg Donnelly, the powerful portrayal of the Addison character, her dream to want to be a cheerleader in high school, Zed's dream to want to be a football player and captain of the football team. I kind of wanted to be the captain of the football team, but I just never got around to doing the whole NFL training regimen and running through tires and jumping over bars and doing the whole jogging thing. I was trying to train myself for the possibility of a zombie apocalypse earlier and did some jogging around my home on a treadmill, and in fear of falling down and breaking my back, I refrained from doing it. I have sustained a number of injuries over the years, like a broken back from pro wrestling and stuff like that, so I kind of want to refrain from doing that. But if the opportunity ever arose to, appear on the red carpet with Milo Manheim and Meg Donnelly, Jonathan Clarke is all there for it, man. I would don the black tuxedo that I wore on the night of my graduation for the first time in 20 years, and I'd probably revert back to wearing the leather jacket like I used to wear when I was a pro wrestler years ago. Man, me and Meg Donnelly would have looked awesome together on the red carpet. I really appreciated the PR for Zombies 4: Dawn of the Vampires, and how every single member of the cast was there to answer questions, to promote this. Jonathan Clarke would have been all there for it. So hopefully by the time we get to Zombies 5, whatever the title, you guys will have hit the subscribe button 1,000 times over, and we will get 50,000 likes per video, and we'll be up to probably 25,000 views per month, and I'll be able to kick the shit out of a lot of zombies and vampires if you hit the subscribe button. And maybe, just maybe, we can do something about Kylie Cantrell and her political point of view being dragged into the conversation, because you guys can put Jonathan Clarke out there to run for President of the United States in 2028 for the presidential campaign. And we can have America be seen through the eyes of every single Descendant star that you guys see yourself through the eyes of. I would love to be the President of the United States, because Kylie Cantrell deserves to have a president that she can finally be proud of. I say this because of all the TikTok videos where Kylie Cantrell had to address her political point of view and not having been a Donald Trump supporter. Kylie, I want you to know that you are a beautiful soul that inspires millions of people, and you deserve better. And you deserve to be encouraged for your point of view and not to be discriminated against or looked down upon because of it. I'm tired of hearing about how Kylie Cantrell has tears in her eyes, and I hate seeing Kylie with tears in her eyes. She's a beautiful actress inspiring millions of people who deserves better. And you guys deserve better for all the reviews you've been seeing on YouTube, finding reviews that make no sense with criticism, filled up with criticism towards zombies. The potentiality of a zombie breakout is really real. I don't mind what Google says. Google will tell me that there's no chance of a zombie breakout ever happening because the T virus or the rabies virus, whatever it was, would have to mutate and stuff, and everybody would be all like, ooh, kind of thing. I don't buy into that, because the zombie breakout possibility is more true than ever before. Especially Disney is promoting the fact that a lime soda plantation explosion could result in everybody turning into a zombie. So I took myself up in the opportunity to want to experience that, and I moved into a home that is literally 5 minutes away from a soda plantation and a chemical plant, if you can believe that. I honestly did. Because I just wanted to give you guys the best videos ever on YouTube. I moved into this house. I wanted to continue my career as a journalist. And, I had no plans of continuing my career as a journalist. It was just, you guys brought me back from seemingly out of nowhere. You guys believed in me that much that you wanted to make me the voice of Descendants and Zombies. And really, there's just something about hearing my voice when it comes to opinions about Descendants and Zombies that you guys would really miss, wouldn't you? Thank you so much for having believed in me, and when everybody else quit on me and left me behind in life, you guys never ever quit on me, and you guys ultimately became my best friends, the ones I tell everything to. Thank you so much. I'm really looking forward to hearing the words "I love you" dropped in this script for the first time ever for the Zombies franchise, because I think this has been a long time coming for Zed and Addison. I feel somewhat envious of Zed because he's finally going to win over the heart of Addison in this movie. They've been together forever, and they look so cute together, don't they? But I think that Jonathan Clarke coming in and causing some controversy in the mix would make this movie a whole lot more funnier and a whole lot more enjoyable for a lot of people. Not to forget to mention how unpredictable I could make it. I have one of the most creative minds of all time, for those of you who don't know, and for those of you who are new here, and I could offer a lot of opinions and a lot of creativity, a lot of creative energy towards the Zombies franchise. It's just I have to get like 1 million subscribers on this YouTube channel, which is quite difficult to do. It's somewhat challenging as a YouTube creator to get somebody to hit that subscribe button and convince somebody to hit the subscribe button. So if you do hit the subscribe button, I don't know, a couple thousand times, give me 50,000 likes, I can be the executive producer of Disney. I can be an executive, and I can fire the whole social media department. Finally, freedom and creative freedom will be bestowed upon the Zombies cast, and they'll be able to do what they want. They'll be able to say what they want. They'll be able to post what they want on social media without having giving anything away for the plot of Zombies or Descendants. And everybody can be free. I'm really creative. I love making you guys laugh. When I studied the art of theater years ago, one of the things that I particularly wanted to study was how to make somebody laugh who was watching your video. Are you laughing? Come on. These videos are awesome. So many people are subscribing to these videos. I love you dearly for having done it. Because I could be just one of those guys uploading videos on YouTube that make no sense with no subscribers, no views. And, I've been telling you guys for forever that I wanted to be a vampire slayer for the Zombies franchise. So at least some people are helping by hitting the subscribe button. And some of the very first subscribers that I ever had on this YouTube channel are still here. Thank you guys so much for just being here and believing in me so much. When I went away 7.5 years ago, I thought I had hung up the headset for the final time, and you guys brought me back. I never ever thought that I'd be sitting here talking about Descendants and Zombies and a zombie invasion and preparing everybody for the inevitable, but whatever works, I guess. Man, you guys are insane. You are incredible. And let me just say this to each and every person who never ever gave up on me. I will always be here for each and every one of you. This YouTube channel will always be here for you. Because a lot of girls that I was with, thought I was crazy for having fallen into this niche, becoming so admirable of the stars of this franchise. Nobody could ever make sense of why I loved Kylie Contrell so much. I'll tell you why I loved Kylie Contrell so much. Because of just how beautiful she was of a soul. I think there are very few people in this world that have such beautiful souls, and I think every single person who ever said they were a part of this niche, this franchise, had a beautiful soul. Everything from the script to the music made sense to me. I very quickly realized why you guys all fell in love with it, and I ultimately drew the conclusion that you guys deserve to hear better. Not just from the Descendants and Zombies franchise, but everybody who ever criticized you for having been a Descendants and Zombies fan. I know that because I've seen it with my own 2 eyes, and I've read down through all the comments that you guys leave, and I've read down through all the comments about discussion forums about Descendants and Zombies, and I think you guys are some of the best fans in the world, and some of my best friends, and I say that because, man, everything you believe in makes sense. And that's from my heart to yours. I know my heart's broken, and you're going to have to forgive me. I'm a really sweet guy and a really sweetheart because I love the sentence just as much as what each and every one of you do. I love the song Life is Sweeter When You Are. I love the powerful message in that song. I love songs like Someday. I love songs like Place to Be. And it really upset me. It really made me mad when people were criticizing music videos like The Place to Be and Don't Mess With Us because they were so beautiful. They were so powerful. It was such a powerful representation of what music was meant to be portrayed for in a franchise such as Zombies, and if there was a franchise to ever bring back and restore a vibe such of a Hannah Montana or Camp Rock kind of vibe, I would want it to be Descendants or Zombies. the most powerful franchise in years that I've seen. And this is coming from a guy who was incredibly supportive of Hannah Montana, who loved High School Musical so much that I spent all my money to see the High School Musical 3 premiere in 2008, almost crashed into a billboard sign in October of 2008 to see this thing, and I didn't care if I had to stand up in the back of the theater to see it. It was an amazing opportunity for me and one that I'd live through all over again. And if I could go back in time and experience the rise of popularity of Descendants and Zombies, you better believe I would take myself up on the opportunity to do it. I'd build a time machine in my backyard and pull a Phineas and Ferb because you guys are just absolutely incredible. Now, I don't know the first thing about building a time machine, but I definitely would take myself up on the opportunity to either build a time machine or be in possession of a pocket watch to pull this thing off. And I'm not closing the door of the possibility of Descendants and Zombies coming together for one big theatrical presentation. I would love to see Descendants and Zombies come together for either a movie on Disney Channel or the big screen. There is so much left to be explained, left to be told, another chapter to be written. We have more reasons to be excited than ever before. I'm also really excited about seeing vampires walking in daylight. They are called daywalkers, a very different way of looking at vampires who can walk in the daylight. I remember the Vampire Diaries years ago, and that guy Damon Salvatore and Stefan Salvatore, Paul Wesley and Ian Somerhalder, and they were so proud that they could walk in the daylight because of possession of rings on their fingers. Thought they were so cool. I remember the very first episode of the Vampire Diaries and Damon Salvatore sitting on the bed reading the Twilight book, making fun of Edward Cullen and Bella Swan. Oh, that wasn't yesterday. I've had a lot to do with vampire TV in the years past, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The Walking Dead. I've done it all. I've had a hand in everything, and I want to be a part of it again. So if you guys could, get me into this franchise, it's just a Vampire Slayer that kind of just shows up from out of nowhere by hitting the subscribe button, I could kick a whole lot of ass. It's just I've never had the opportunity to do it, and I would love to do that. I think that this franchise is beautiful. I think that the stars of it are incredibly talented. They have bright futures ahead of them. And that's more than you're going to hear or get out of any other YouTube creator out there, because they are going to find, I challenge you to find a YouTube channel that talks so highly of Descendants and Zombies more than what this one does, because you will search forever and an eternity and never ever find a YouTube channel quite like this one or a host quite like this. Because you never know what I'm going to say. You never know what I'm going to put over on this YouTube channel, or you don't even know what I'm going to do. Every night after this podcast, I jump through that window, and I don't come back till like 5 a.m. I come in through the window, I clean up the blood from killing a bunch of vampires, and I jump on this podcast and tell you about my night and tell you about my life. That's how I live. For years I thought I lived across the road from a vampire. Went to school and university with a lot of vampires that I missile drop kicked off of bookshelves and libraries. Crazy stuff. I love this stuff, and I love how anything is possible when it comes to zombies, werewolves, vampires, and aliens. I think this is the first franchise that everything has been seen in the one. And that's what's really cool. And I also really appreciate how Meg Donnelly's character Addison has tried a hand at being everything from a zombie to a werewolf to an alien to a vampire. It's almost like she's trying to find her place in the world, and I really like that, because you could just be a vampire throughout the whole thing, the whole experience, or you could just be a werewolf throughout the whole experience. And she didn't want to do that. She wanted to be the embodiment of every single character, every supernatural character that you could possibly have ever been. And that, to me, is dedication to each and every one of you. That is really putting yourself out there, because you don't know how the audience is going to accept you or perceive you. And she didn't care. All she ever wanted to do was be an actress, and she got the opportunity through each and every one of you to do it. She wanted that more than anything else in her life, and I incredibly support her for that. Do I think that Zed and Addison should be together? I'm kind of conflicted about that. I thought for forever it should be Jonathan Clarke, but the only way that's going to happen, and I can come in and cause some controversy to win the heart of Addison over Zed, is by you hitting the subscribe button. Don't worry about having stunt doubles. I don't need stunt doubles. I'll do the whole thing where I jump out of helicopters, where I ride boats and kill a bunch of zombies, and I'll kill them on land too. I'll do the whole backflipping thing. I just need the opportunity to get in and kick a whole lot of ass. Come to think of it, I would love to shoot scenes for zombies in Transylvania and hitchhike through the forest, because you have to go through a forest in Transylvania to get to Transylvania, and then you can do it by riding Transylvania horses. I would love to shoot scenes with Meg Donnelly where I ride Transylvania horses, because they are the fastest horses in the world. And you guys can make that happen for me. And you can make my dream become a reality, because I've always wanted to kick the ass of Dracula, born in 1422 and murdered in 1462. I think he claims. That's what Dracula said. 1432 and 1462. Dracula's always been a complicated kind of guy. But he's also been one of the most revered characters of all time, appearing in over 200 adaptations of him. And I've always wanted to get my hands on him. So you guys can make that happen by hitting the subscribe button. You can also make my dreams of becoming president of the United States a reality, because I know I can beat Donald Trump, because I had the support of each and every one of you. And I would never have said that if I didn't know I had the support of each and every one of you, man. I think Kylie Control has cried herself to sleep enough every night. And, man, don't get me started on Ruby. I miss Ruby so much. I think if Ruby didn't want to be a part of Descendants 5, or obviously she wanted to be a part of it, but the directors didn't see the point of it because the essence of time travel was removed from it. If Ruby didn't want to be a part of Descendants 5, you could have easily given her a role as some other character in Descendants, in the franchise, or you could have moved her over to Zombies and had her be a part of that. This is where the creative energy is missing. And I could bestow that creative energy on both franchises if you guys would hit the subscribe button a couple of thousand times. Because the first thing I would do is I'd walk in, I'd fire everybody as a part of the social media department. That would be the first thing. And then I would secure the future of Descendants and Zombies for at least the next 15 years, because you guys deserve it. If you're so inspired by it, you deserve to see the best and hear nothing but the best. And that was really upsetting me, because I was, on YouTube every night. I was reading all these reviews online prior to watching videos, and I would jump on here and I'd watch videos about people criticizing Descendants and Zombies, and I said, what is the point of that? I mean, so many young girls love Descendants and Zombies so much. At least, give them what they want to hear and say what they want to hear. Convince them that Descendants and Zombies is going to last for an eternity. And even if it's not, I give you my word, I will do my absolute best to keep this dream alive for each and every single person who's ever felt inspired through the eyes of someone like Bridget, because she was so kind. She was so kind. She never failed to blow my mind every single time that I watched her. And she was such a beautiful representation of what the young Queen of Hearts should have been represented by. I know Rita Ora did a fabulous job as the Queen of Hearts, because she was such an annoying villain growing up. I remember her being so annoying, and more times than often enough I wanted to stop watching Alice in Wonderland, but it didn't stop me from watching it, because I was a huge Disney fan. And I remember her being so annoying, but Rita Ora did such a fabulous job with this new representation of the Queen of Hearts. And here comes Ruby Rose Turner with a role for the first time ever in Descendants, and she made the most of every opportunity that she had. Ruby was so beautiful. More often than enough, every single night that I do this podcast, I wish Ruby was here to help me make sense of life. And I say that because Ruby was such a beautiful person. So kind. She didn't want to be anything else but kind, and she was just genuinely kind her entire life. I don't think there's an unkind bone in Ruby's body. I'd love to see a CT scan of Ruby's brain, because I don't think there was an unkind brain cell that Ruby has. I don't think there's an unkind bone in Ruby's body. Come to think of it, I don't need to see a CT scan or a scan of Ruby's brain, because I know Ruby is beautiful. And I know Ruby has a long way to go with her career, and I don't think she should feel brokenhearted over the fact that, she's been turned down for so many roles. Meg Donnelly was just turned down for the role of Supergirl for the new Superman movie. I will not be going to see that one, because I was expecting Meg Donnelly to get the role of Supergirl, and I was really excited about it, and that really upset me, so I said no. I shut out Superman really quick. Millie Alcott plays Supergirl now. The thing is about people like Ruby Rose Turner, they are never given enough credit. I mean, you look at Kylie Control, 450,000 subscribers on Facebook, you're telling me that's enough? No, it's not. Kylie Control can sing anything. That's the most amazing thing about Kylie Control. She can sing anything from Goodie Bag to Denim to Red for Descendants, and she can do the dance for Life is Sweeter When You Are, a song that had nothing to do with Red whatsoever. You can give Kylie Control anything, and she can work with it, and she can bring it to life. You can give Ruby anything, and she can work with it and bring it to life. And it amazes me every single time. And I see why these characters bring tears to your eyes, and I don't see anything wrong with it. I love when young girls show up at my door every year on Halloween, and they dress up as their favorite Descendants characters, regardless if it's Bridget, regardless if it's Red, regardless if it's Mel, Evie, and I sit behind my computer till the sun comes up the next morning with an O. Henry bar, nearly choke on it, and research why you're so inspired by all these Descendant stars, and I'm thankful you do. And I'm thankful that I do this podcast for each and every one of you, because it touches your hearts, and you guys have obviously seen a hero in me and have made me the voice of Descendants and Zombies. Oh, there are kids outside playing. Obviously, the street was never ever a ghost street. I always thought I was the only house here. I always thought this house was haunted, too. But it surprises me every single time. There's always a noise in the nighttime. There's always stuff banging that I can never make sense of. But yeah, I've had the hugest crush on Ruby Rose Turner for forever. I wish that the Descendants cast were here so I could shoot Descendants. And believe you me, I can do it. I just need the opportunity to sign a contract with Disney. You see, what will happen is if you hit the subscribe button and I get like 10,000 subscribers put up on this YouTube channel, Disney will see these videos. And then Disney will say, Jonathan Clarke, this Jonathan Clarke guy is awesome. And then Disney will fax me a contract, because they've done it before, and I will sign the contract, and I will walk into Disney as an executive producer, and I will create magic like never before. The stuff that I will create and the ideas I will present for argument will be unlike anything that you've ever seen in your life. I am the Tim Burton that has yet to be discovered. I am the Kenny Ortega of the new generation, because I believe in each and every one of you. And I promise to put my heart behind Descendants and Zombies, because you deserve the best and nothing but the best. But that cannot happen until you hit the subscribe button a few thousand times. So if you could please, out of the kindness of your soul, hit the subscribe button, I don't know, a couple thousand times, blow this YouTube channel up, and give me the opportunity to do the whole Finding Nemo thing, commandeer a submarine, go 40 feet down below and blow the bejesus out of a shark. I would greatly appreciate that, because you guys have deserved nothing but the best for far too long now, and I just want to give that to you. Finding Nemo was such a beautiful movie, was it not? There was a shark that attended anger management in that movie, wasn't it? His name was Bruce. And I was really envious that I ever got to be the voice of Bruce. Of course, the shark would have been called Jonathan, like in Hotel Transylvania, when Selena Gomez's love interest was Jonathan, and Matthew McConaughey played the character, and I was really upset over that. You guys got to do something about it. You know, I've always loved Descendants of Zombies, and I've always wanted to be a part of it, man. So if you can hit the subscribe button a couple thousand times and give me creative freedom with this cast, I would love the opportunity to work with Kylie and Ruby, because they've had their heart broken more time than enough, and I've been left in tears because of it. I just wanted to give you guys something special, and one can only hope as a YouTube creator someone is going to hear his voice and someone's going to hit the subscribe button. If I've got 1,000 girls subscribed to this YouTube channel, God love each and every one of you for just being here and believing in this YouTube channel as much as what you have, because I know a lot of these videos on YouTube make no sense whatsoever. Most of it is AI. There's nobody you ever see on these videos, nobody ever hosting the show. They're just telling you their predictions for Descendants and how long we have to wait from installment to installment, from chapter to chapter. I know. The Descendants books are absolutely fabulous. There are a total of 9 of them. If you haven't read them, I highly recommend them. They come as a highly recommended read from me. And there's a love interest for Red in one of those books. I believe it's for the Isle of Lost book, where the love interest between Red and Ace, if I'm correct on that one, is looked at. What kind of name is Ace? Jonathan Clarke should be the love interest of Red, man. Kylie Cantrell is incredibly beautiful with that red wig, is she not? She's beautiful in whatever she does. And that's what I say. That's why I say we've got to keep putting these stars over to secure their futures. I give you my word that I will always and forever be here for each and every one of you, because you have deserved to hear nothing but the best for far too long now, and it's time somebody went out of their way to try to give you to that. You know, I've got a friend, and all he does on his YouTube channel is blow shit up. He blows up science projects on his YouTube channel. I believe he's called JR Science. His name is Josh. And I would love for my YouTube channel to blow up with like 5,000 subscribers. I got this other girl too. Her name is Balana, and she does these cringy videos to try to make people laugh, and she's got like 300,000 views, but she stopped posting videos for over a year, and she's told me that she didn't like Disney princesses, and I was all upset over that, and I haven't talked to her since. So if we can blow this YouTube channel up so much that we get like 5 million subscribers, oh man, Josh and Balana will really be shut out of this conversation. I love you to death, guys. I honestly do, because I was just somebody who loved to provide commentaries on just a whole lot of different niches, both on the radio and for YouTube. And for years I did it, and my career wasn't going anywhere. My professional wrestling career didn't go the way that I really wanted it to. I had so many injuries. Stuff never really went the way I wanted it to. And I thought I was done 7.5 years ago. I was pretty much just a co-host of a lot of shows. And then I found all of you. And all of you made me famous overnight. And, oh, man, I woke up one morning and I had like 1,000 views on a couple of Descendants videos, and I said, man, these guys really want something special. And then you guys just kept hitting the subscribe button as fast as you could. And now, I'm more famous than every other friend that I've got on YouTube. I am more famous than any other friend that I've got on social media because of each and every one of you. And I have each and every one of you to say a profound thank you to. Because without each and every one of you, I would be just some guy going to Booster Juice with the last $5 that he has buying a fruit smoothie, which doesn't taste a whole lot great, and then you come home finding out the guy that runs Booster Juice, his actual name isn't Booster. What a letdown. But if you, either that or go buy a bunch of PlayStation 5 games, it's either play PlayStation 5 every night without Ruby Rose Turner, which could be playing PlayStation 5 with Ruby Rose Turner, because Ruby would come here to shoot Descendants and use the helipad on top of my roof with a helicopter, which I can only hope that she knows how to drive and never misses the helipad. But if you can really help me out with this dream that I got, that would be great. Are you guys laughing? I hope you are. I hope you're laughing that hard that your ribs hurt, and that you hit the subscribe button and you think that I'm the greatest guy ever for creating these YouTube videos for you. I know it's really weird that a guy shares the same passion as each and every one of you because I'm somewhat of a loser. But if you would hit the subscribe button, I would dearly love that you do it, because then I could experience zombies and I could experience Descendants away and bring it to life in the way that it was meant to be brought to life for each and every one of you. And I think that has a whole lot to do with how I believe you deserve a whole lot better than what you've been hearing and what you've been seeing on YouTube for a really long time. I've been on YouTube for forever. I've been on YouTube since like 2009, and I've got over 4,000 videos uploaded in my old archives and a couple of hundred uploaded now. And man, help a guy out and hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Get me in the Zombies franchise, if anything, and we'll see where we go from there, because the zombie invasion and the chances of it happening are far more real than anyone has ever told you or anyone wants to admit. That's been the talk for years, just as Jonathan Clarke running for president has been the talk for years, ever before many of you were born. But if you could really help me out with that so we could wipe the tears out of Kylie Control's eyes and give Meg Donnelly someone to fall in love with more than Milo Manheim, which has been that way for years, that would be great. Because if he's checking out, Jonathan Clarke is about ready to check in. So having said that, I got this really cool zombies video to watch, and I want to watch it with you guys. So while we're watching this video, what do you say you hit that subscribe button?
I'm going to ask you some questions.
I love this.
Answer as fast as you can. Don't have to think about it.
Okay.
Ready, set, go.
Okay.
Lose your voice during a musical number or choreography mid-scene. What would you
Oh my
rather?
god.
Choreography mid-scene.
Voice, 100%.
Really?
I would rather lose my voice during it, because I think if you keep your body, the voice.
Okay.
I'm choreography all the way.
It's a great
Okay.
question.
Get stuck in a haunted corn maze with your character or your co-star.
Character.
Poster. What?
Okay.
I would
You
be
can't tell
so
me-
helpful.
You can't tell me that Nova's not like fighting back and you're
That's true,
screaming.
though.
Wait, would it be your character?
It's like I would be. Are you saying our
Yeah,
personal
your personal
so-
character
Oh.
or your
Victor or Freya?
co-star.
Oh.
Does that change things?
No.
bit.
My character.
Cool.
Okay.
No, actually, no, Freya, because
Fine.
she's a good support system.
Okay.
No.
So I'm gonna
it's
say Freya.
it's
I'm gonna say
fine.
Freya.
I
Alright,
would
move
still
on.
say
Next one.
Malachi.
Okay.
Next one.
Which
Gosh.
cast member is most likely to survive a horde of vampires in real life?
Chandler.
Chandler.
Okay. Love
I don't
that.
know why. She's just good at not sleeping. I'm like,
She's just like, she just goes.
yeah.
You know?
If your character ran a TikTok account, what type of content would they post?
Fighting
traps.
content.
Wait, what did you
Makes
say?
it so worse.
Thirst traps or like dancing.
That's
dancing.
true.
No, or I feel like he would post like not get ready with me but he would post like mukbangs of like eating blood
Yes.
fruit and stuff.
I feel like Nova
Yes.
would actually post a lot with Victor. I feel like she just posts with other people.
Nova and Victor would have one of those couples accounts where they do
They
like
would.
the couple trends.
They
What's their
would.
ship name? I haven't. No, Tictor.
No TikTok.
They'll answer in the comments,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Okay.
I'm sure. Okay, go to road trip song because there is a road trip scene in the movie.
Go to road trip song. Oh man, that's hard. That's really hard. Okay, a recent road trip song, just because I'm a big car guy and it includes like a car in a song. There's a song called "How Fast" by Leon Thomas, and it's low-key like a fire driving
Taste,
song.
Malachi.
It's like a fire
like it.
driving. Leon Thomas is my stuff.
That's
right
a good
now.
one.
So I'm gonna say "How Fast" by Leon Thomas.
Okay, I'm not even trying to copy you, but I was gonna say "Mutt" by Leon Thomas. I like
You guys
that
have
song.
taste. I love it. Not that I'm surprised, but like taste.
Thank you.
Love it. Okay.
Right.
Okay. And fave OG character from Zombies 4
Oh.
or all
Bucky.
the Zombies movies.
Oh, all the zombies movies.
Bucky.
Okay.
Bucky. Okay.
He's just such a dub. Like,
Yeah. And wait, in this movie, they could be in this movie.
They could be in this movie. Yeah.
I love Zed. I really like Zed.
doesn't?
He's so funny. I just like Zed's vibe.
it's so hard to pick a favorite.
I
can't
know.
lie. Like,
I love
Bucky's
everyone.
hilarious, but also like my girl Maggie. Like,
Yep.
can't go wrong with Addison. Can't go wrong with any of them, honestly.
Yeah. Did you guys have a favorite scene that you filmed?
My favorite scene is the crypt scene.
Yeah,
Before we sing Dream Come True.
That's a good one.
It was
Like-
very
that's very
fun.
valid.
Very sweet.
That's
a good
valid.
But I love the beginning though. Like you guys'
Yeah.
dance sequence.
Place to be.
Place to Be was good.
Yeah, that's hard. I mean, they were all so amazing. I think Place to Be. I also really liked the introduction scene in Shady Side. That one was really fun because it's like the moment when my character was introduced. So I would say
Yeah.
that.
Love that. Okay, and do you have an idea what the monster is for Zombie 5?
I don't know. I guess we'll never know.
I
I mean, hey, I think there's expect the unexpected with zombies. You
Yes.
never know. Like I mean, one movie we had werewolves, and the next movie it was aliens. So
Right.
there's clearly no pattern. So
anything could happen.
I know. I was excited when I saw that, but congratulations, you guys. I'm so excited for everybody to see this film. You
Thank
guys
you.
killed it. I was like, Disney knows how to find the best talent. Like, you guys are such stars. I can't wait for it.
Thank you so much.
You
Thank you
too.
for your
It was
time.
so
It
much
was so
fun.
nice to meet you.
This is a breath
Likewise.
of fresh air. I
Oh,
needed a game.
games. Oh, we just love a
I needed a
game.
game.
I love game as well. So
There was a Zombies movie marathon actually last night, and they showed all three of the Zombies movies in anticipation for Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires tonight. I hope you guys have a whole lot of fun watching this marathon tonight. I will be reviewing it in hundreds of videos yet to be seen and witnessed on this YouTube channel, so if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, you might just want to do that because the videos that I do are really, really good if you haven't already noticed that or figured that out. This guy knows what's up on YouTube, and that's more than what I can say for any other YouTube creator out there. I've always wanted to aspire people to either create their own YouTube or subscribe to this YouTube because the chances of a zombie apocalypse can never be more real, and you can never give somebody enough help with a zombie invasion. One thing you've always got to remember is you always got to keep shooting the zombie, and when you knock the zombie down after not shooting them in the head, you have to use that time he's getting up to reload your ammunition and point and shoot. So you shoot him, you reload your ammunition, point and shoot. And if you're going to shoot a zombie, you always got to shoot him in the head, because every single time he's going to keep getting up, and you don't want something like coming at you. So you always got to be ready for that. Man, I've watched every vampire movie and every TV series having anything to do with a vampire for years. And I seemingly have had an issue with every guy who was ever a vampire on the TV series that I choose to forget, because they have had just as many issues with me. I don't know. Hit the subscribe button. Get me in on the Zombies franchise. It'll be the funniest Zombies movie you've ever seen in your life. You can get me in on the Descendants franchise while you're at it too. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button. We all share in the same moon, and the same moon that I'm looking at is the one that you're looking at tonight, and I want you to know that everything is going to be okay. Why is everything going to be okay? Because no matter what you're going through or whatever you're faced with, we all share in the same moon, And I love you just as much as what you love me. Thank you so much for having been here, and just know everything is going to be okay. Thank you for believing in this YouTube channel when nobody else did. Thank you for having believed in me when nobody else did. And I promise you, this YouTube channel will always be here for each and every one of you, because this is what you've created. You've created and given me something so special. And that's why this YouTube channel will always be here for you, because you believe in it as just as much as what I have fun creating these videos for each and every one of you. I may love Ruby Rose Turner. I may never have a chance of being with her, because Ruby is just so kind. I love Ruby so much. Thank you guys so much for having been here and believed in me when nobody else did. And we'll do this again tomorrow night. But until then, what do you say we go spread some kindness? Because there's never enough kindness spread or seen in this world. And I think that never enough kindness can be given to someone who needs it. And they need it from you. Maybe not me, but they need it from you. Always remember, we share in the same moon. I'm looking at the same moon you are tonight, and everything will be okay, because it has to be. I can only hope that someone's going to hear my voice and hit my subscribe button. But until next time, bye YouTube. We will do this again tomorrow night.